Okay, the first time it was, I think, the Great Wall. The second one, I thought it was really not so developed and it's so crowded, many people, dirty outside, and etc.
And unfortunately, I didn't know that much about China, but I think it was definitely made in China. Well, you'll have everything according to retail, a lot of clothes, a lot of shoes, even some furniture. You have a lot of things that are made here in China. You have a lot of made in China tags when you buy things.
What I have in mind, Shanghai and China in general is a very ancient country full of tradition, which has played a major role in the history of humanity and who is awakening a second time, I think, these days. So this is a place to be.
When I was in Mexico before coming here, I thought of China like lots of people, crowded streets, lots of food that I thought I didn't like. Also like the pandas, the animals, the typical costumes that they dress in here. I also thought that it will be like a completely different culture from mine.
Before I came here, I think of Shanghai and China, population, lots of people, luxury goods, a lot of consumerism, so shopping and buying and selling.
I think definitely the first is the history. The second one is a fast-growing economy, especially technology-wise. Number three, I think, is Chinese food. Yeah. I like Cantonese kitchen, and I like everything spicy.
Everything has changed dramatically for me in terms of how I view China. I think it's, as much as China has its downsides, it definitely does. It has amazing things, and I think one of the main things that I view is innovation and technology and how fast it's developing here in China. It's a role model basically for everything that's going on, New Silicon Valley and everything, and I think that this is where the Western countries need to look at China.
I think it's a mix of tradition and modernity. Actually, I was surprised at how much modern the city is in terms of integration of technology in everyday lives. The WeChat application, the way it allows you to pay several things and send money to people, something I didn't expect.
I had an idea of what was it, but I was wrong. My idea completely changed. There's a lot of international food and local food that is delicious. I thought that the language is so difficult, but I just know a few words. China, I think now that is a country that is of the future.
It's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, sure, this is innovation and the great cultural connections between China and Israel since the last 100 years, I guess. We consider China as our old brother. So almost same history for the 20-21st century. And I think the development quite similar, so it's kind of two countries which all the time looks at each other and helps each other. And this is why I feel thankful for China for supporting Israel as well. Thanks.
I were to say what it should represent here in China would be design. A lot of very good design in terms of both clothing, a lot of architecture, a lot of furniture, which is beautiful design and beautiful quality. That's what I would say represents Denmark.
Wisdom. So we are enlightened population, I think, and in a world with political chaos, the old school way of thinking of France brings some rationality to complex matters and is some kind of guide.
People, like nice people, friendly people, music and beautiful like cities, views, Mexico City, the Maya pyramid.
So Canada, I love it because the diversity, so lots of different types of people, and also the natural beauty. I live in Vancouver, and so we have Stanley Park, we have English Bay right on the Pacific Ocean, and there's mountains like Whistler, which is a world-class ski resort. Then the biggest thing in Canada on the whole is the diversity and the freedom we have.